Welcome back to a new video. I'm recording the audio before I edit the clips down, so my commentary might not be directly correlated to the lifts that are happening. In the last video, I talked a little bit about obviously the lifts of that day with the heavy squat and pull, but I also talked about the kind of, I'm assuming it's quad tendonitis, and sorry, I got a text from my sister. With the quad tendonitis and trying to work on that, and I actually think a workout like this will be something that's good because you kind of see, at least from a snatch standpoint, kind of the capacity that I have, because if I'm doing something from above the knee as far as blocks go, I really don't have any sort of discomfort, especially with snatches, a little bit with the cleans, but it's definitely more comfortable as far as like the quad tendons go, because it's like that starting position where I usually feel it the worst, and it makes it it's kind of annoying to do cleans when you kind of have that discomfort. So doing work from the blocks might be beneficial for me, as I'm not necessarily building back or like trying to like recover, but just trying to manage myself. So like if I'm doing a lighter session, or I want to push on a day where I don't want to necessarily go from the floor as frequent as I have been, doing stuff from the blocks will be good to do. On this day, I was actually able to get up to 125, which is the heaviest block snatch I've done in quite a bit. And then for clean and jerks, I forget. I remember they didn't go quite as well. I believe I got up to a heavy clean, but then may have missed a jerk. But it's not really too much what I want to focus on. More so just the fact that I'm doing block work and how that could be helpful as I'm moving forward. I also looked at the Weightlifting AI briefly because my month membership thing ends tomorrow. I'm recording all of these the same day as I recorded the last video, but it ends the next day, so I wanted to make a new program just to see what it looked like. And you know, it didn't look bad or anything, but I saw like snatch triples from the floor, and I was just like, that's just not going to make my tendons feel better. So I need to have more days that are maybe like this, where I'm doing block work from above the knee, maybe it's powers from above the knee, but just doing different movements that kind of limit the strain of the full movements from the floor on different days, so I can not just hammer myself every single day with heavy lifts from the floor, which is always my tendency. But generally, you know, I'm talking a lot about my quad tendons, but that's just something I really want to take care of now, because I do want to do that competition in November, the beginning of November, and I don't want to be fighting my body the whole time that I'm, you know, training potentially for that competition. I want to kind of get, you know, as healthy as I can, and then be able to push hard, because I want to be able to go to that competition and actually able to push aggressively with the numbers that I have, and not just, you know, hope I do something great and have to deal with pain and stuff. So besides, you know, thinking about my exercise selection, I'm also, you know, I mentioned in the last video as well, doing some like rehab stuff and mobility and whatnot, but also just, you know, the simple of like just taking some ibuprofen and, you know, trying to let it calm down. Because when I took a day off the other day, or yesterday, it did help a lot. So it's really just a load management thing. Thankfully, it's not something that I can't work through. I mean, as you see with like these sessions that you'll see throughout the week, I am working through it. When I'm doing normal sessions, I just don't really want to have to work through it. It's kind of like when I was having my shoulder thing for a little while. I was like, I just don't want to have to push through it. I want it to feel solid. I just want to like go in and be able to just to push hard with the lifts, and not be thinking about like the discomfort in the starting position or something like that. But like I said in the last video too, it happens a lot less in the snatch, more so in the clean and jerk, with mostly in like the starting position and really like that first initial pull off the ground. So maybe doing some block work will help if I'm doing it with the cleans as well, but something to figure out as I move forward. But a very productive session for the blocks today. Just continue to, you know, maybe add these in as I need them, but just continue to put in the work. That's it for this one. I'll talk to you all on the next one. Have a great day. Peace.